Alexa, what is the weather?
Right now in Austin, it's 90 degrees Fahrenheit with mostly cloudy skies. Today's forecast has mostly sunny weather, with a high of 98 degrees and a low of 75 degrees.
I'm half a man without it. I'm half a man without it. Yeah, I'm the king of style, yeah. And I'll keep on wearing my marathon shirt. And I'll wear it every day till it hurts. And I got no lady over the confidence of plenty in my marathon shirt. And I'll keep on wearing my marathon shirt. And I'll wear it every day till it hurts. And I got no lady. Stand awake and unglued. We've got critical plans. What an incredible.
It's hot. There's very little shade out there. Not many clouds in the sky, but I'm proud of who I am. I'm proud that I was able to get it done. Let's go. Team Zongers try all the way.
So I'm definitely the planner, and I think for the last 3 years, I've actually been the one in charge of making our plan, figuring out what we're doing, and you know, as you followed us, you know that we've had some trials and tribulations in the process, and we're not quite getting the full training that we want, but I feel like we're actually in a good place right now that the workouts we're doing are right in line with what we've done the last 3 races. I've learned lessons from the past training and creating new training plans based on the lessons that I've learned. It takes a little bit of work and trial and error, and of course being able to adjust sometimes on the fly when life happens, or maybe you're just at the point where you need a day off of rest. We're at the point right now where we can't afford any days off of rest. We're about 21 days out, so we've got to hit all of these workouts, and I think we'll be okay. But you know, we've put ourselves in a position where we can't slack off.
I guess I should be a little stronger than I am, a little stronger like I promised I'd be now.
So if I try to push it, it feels like it's just gonna pop or something. I had the stabbing pain a couple days ago in the run that my body said no, and so I stopped. Spent the last 2.5 days really just taking care of it, doing all the right things. Gonna get on the bike a little bit, follow Caitlin around, give her some encouragement and support. She's got Sam and Tanner right now, taking them out for probably about a half mile. Let them work out some energy, and we'll follow along and see how she progresses. I've got to say, as much of a planner as I am, I don't think anything is really going to plan right now. Today was supposed to be a 6-mile run, and each weekend we're progressing up our long runs by 2 miles to get us ready for Lubbock, which is 3 weeks from tomorrow. And on Wednesday, a couple days ago, I had a little catch in the back of my hamstring, kind of a stabbing pain. I knew that wasn't a cramp. I knew it wasn't soreness. I knew it was a red flag. Shut it down, took some rest, some ice, massage. Felt pretty good the last couple days, and this morning was pretty confident to go out for 6 miles. Made it to the end of the block and knew that it wasn't going to hold up for a mile, much less 6. And didn't want to push it. Can still bike, can still swim, and I'll do what I can. Caitlin's still able to go out and run. She's getting her 6 miles in today. She's working her butt off and running 1 mile loops so that she can stay in close proximity to me, and I can give her encouragement and provide her with some fresh water and ice because it's hot. It's not even 9 o'clock in the morning and it's hot. If there's an emotion that I could describe right now, it's deflated.
Longest run in probably over 3 months. It's tough. Did it. Came in under an hour. 59:42. 6.01 miles.
Gotta make you feel good.
Yeah, do feel good after getting that done. I had a little struggle. I had a little mind game going on, but just pushed past it and set little goals. That shade tree, train station, train tracks. Got it done. We just finished our 3-hour Rovi Lubbock course ride, and I got through all the big climbs, and that's proof that I put in some work. That doesn't count the rag I had that I was using to wipe it off my face, so it's just pure, just work. That's work. That's liquid work. Work right there. I got some sweat coming out too. I'm on my 3-mile brick run. Had a really solid 3-hour course ride on Lubbock course.
Probably the hardest thing about making this training plan leading into Lubbock is figuring out the swim, because the YMCA is doing what I think is an amazing job as far as respecting social distancing and keeping everything clean and sanitized. You have to schedule your swim sessions with them ahead of time, and you can only schedule 2 days in advance. And then the second challenge with the swim training is that the YMCA only has 45-minute time slots. So what I'm gonna have to do is the next 3 weekends, 2 weekends before the race, on Saturdays will be our long swim, and I'm just gonna have to book back-to-back sessions. We've got a lot of positive momentum going into this race. I like planning. I like, I'm a pen and paper type person, color coordinated. I like to see what we've got, where we're going, and having the consistency of that also.